Hey friends, in today's video I want to talk to you about the Disparity pulse rifle. It's apparently the legendary analog to the Revision Zero if I'm not mistaken, but regardless I never really gave it the time of day because I'm typically a mouse and keyboard player. So I tried it initially and was like, it's okay, but I would rather just use the two-shot function of Revision Zero, and I never really looked back. That was until I picked up controller again, and I needed a pulse rifle that felt great on controller. Don't get me wrong, No Time to Explain still feels pretty good, but could there be better? That brought me to try out the 4-verse version of Revision Zero, and that felt excellent, so much so that I decided to try Disparity. And I put on the No Distractions perk, procced it by aiming down sights for a full second, and this was the missing ingredient I needed to not only keep up with hand cannons at range, but fight against hand cannons flinching me to the moon. So it's worth mentioning that we have a new pulse rifle this season from competitive playlist called the Belisarius. I did a video on that, and it's better than this pulse rifle, except that if you're build crafting, you can use the Mask of Bakris to boost the damage of Disparity, since it is a stasis weapon. Overall, from just a couple short play sessions, I can tell you Disparity is probably going to stay in my inventory if I happen to play a controller that day. It is that consistent, and I'm looking forward to using it more. So enjoy this gameplay, and I will see y'all in the next. If I could strafe to the left, that would have been another. Join in progress. Let's see, I don't think this has ricochet rounds. It's definitely steady rounds, if I recall. I changed it up. I can break stasis crystals easier with this because of Hake Breach and barricades, because like nobody likes Titans. That right there is why I crafted this pulse. Other way, other way, other way. Cowards. So what I like about this pulse is you can outrange 120s by backpedaling, but you're not necessarily going to out TTK them, just depending on exactly where you are. Because unlike Belisarius, this doesn't easily hit 100 range, which is what you need to just outrange 120s. On controller, if you're in hand cannon distance, the gun feels like it kind of works against you. It's not as sticky, because if you compare it to something like Horror's Least, this thing is a magnet in hand cannon range. It's just outside of hand cannon range where this pulse is going to have a slight advantage, and that's why I like it. It's one of the few pulse rifles that feels like a pulse rifle in a world of 120s. Not that Horror's Least can't play against 120s, it certainly can. It maintains, the damage drop-off takes a while to get to its floor. So that's how it feels like a pulse rifle too. The trade-off though, like I said, this can genuinely outplay a 120 at range, but this requires like almost no effort at all. So in my opinion, they're kind of equal. Kind of equal. But compared to the rest of the pulse rifles out there, they don't really do it to me. Obvious exception, like I said in that No Time to Explain video, is BXR Battler and No Time to Explain. For some reason, No Time like bends bullets as a high impact, so you can't really compare it to the legendaries. Also, of course, Graviton Lance and Revision Zero, both of those also count for beating hand cannons because they're not exactly pulse rifles either. They're like in between pulses hand cannon scouts. That is a very, very hot join in progress, though. So I expect this one to be on the tube. Thanks for watching.